Oh boy. Tell you what. Raw tonight. Honoring AJ Styles. Raw tonight. The go home show to Elimination Chamber. Raw tonight. What did we find out? Well, that the phenomenal AJ Styles is the newest inductee into the WWE class of 2026 Hall of Fame. Now, WWE made us wait an entire show on Monday Night Raw to find that out. Am I surprised? No, not really. They were in Atlanta, Georgia. That's one reason why I am not surprised that that he's going into the Hall of Fame. And that's what they were doing. Now, before I even continue on with this, thank you for coming into the channel. This is Webby, and if this is the first time that you have been in here, thank you very much. And don't forget to become a subscriber today. If you enjoy any part of this review of Monday Night Raw, if you enjoy any part of this, and leave me a big thumbs up and share this video. And if you have been following this channel, and if you are already a subscriber, thanks for continuing to come in and watch the videos each and every week. And my preview of Elimination Chamber will come up on the channel later on this week. But guys, Monday Night Raw tonight, outside of finding out that AJ Styles is the newest inductee alongside Stephanie McMahon, look, I'm going to tell you about the AJ Styles one real quick. He made a statement that he was glad that he was going out his way, and he thought it was cool and special that he debuted in Royal Rumble 2016 and he was able to retire in Royal Rumble 2026. The same pay-per-view. Well, honestly, he's one of those stars. He's one of those guys, especially now that we are finding out that he's going into a Hall of Fame this year. Wouldn't it have been cool if we would have gotten to see his last match at a WrestleMania with his Hall of Fame induction? That would have been special. That would have been cool. Now, I understand what he is saying about same pay-per-view going into ending 10 years later, so on and so forth. Yeah, that is a very special thing. But he's one of those guys that would have been awesome to see that. Okay. But congratulations to AJ Styles for getting to go into the Hall of Fame this year. Real big year for AJ Styles. I was still waiting for Gunther or somebody to come and interrupt that whole segment, though. Considering that Dragon Lee has been attacking Gunther, and Gunther was the one that beat AJ Styles, and all this different stuff. I was waiting for that to happen, and of course, outside of that little bitty thing at the beginning of the show where Gunther got attacked by Dragon Lee, we didn't see Gunther the rest of the night. And I'm sorry, but Gunther never really got thrown out of the arena. We never saw him leave the arena whatsoever. Okay? we just didn't. So I was waiting for that to happen. I don't know if you all was. I was. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Who is Gunther going to retire next? Rumored has it that it's going to be Rey Mysterio. And I'm going to be honest with you, that wouldn't surprise me a bit because of who Gunther has been fighting with back and forth since AJ Styles retired. And will it be anything special? It'll be a good matchup. It'll be a good matchup, but Rey Mysterio has been around for so long, and it will be well-deserved retirement after a very good classic match at WrestleMania, if that's the road that they decide to go down. Okay? But we'll wait and see what happens with that. But they go down some type of road with Gunther, because I can't see him going up against Brock Lesnar. Okay? I can't see that. Speaking of Brock Lesnar, we saw Brock Lesnar return to WWE, to Monday Night Raw tonight, with his advocate, Paul Heyman. Okay? We saw Paul Heyman tonight, and with Brock Lesnar. And he's with an open challenge for WrestleMania. Who's going to get his open challenge? You know, they reminded us that he broke the Undertaker's streak, and that they reminded us that pretty much sometimes people cared more about the streak than they did titles, because sometimes they only had a title match and the streak was one of the main events, and the title match was a main event. Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, a lot of people cared about the streak more, because WWE put more into the streak than they did the title matchup. Now, Brock Lesnar, they said, broke the streak, which we all knew at WrestleMania 30. So they're proclaiming that Brock Lesnar now owns WrestleMania. Who is going to come face him at WrestleMania? Everybody is expecting Obafemi. Will Obafemi? I'm expecting that too. And will Obafemi beat him? I don't know about that, but I will say this. Just the fact that he's in the ring with Brock Lesnar this soon, this quick, from coming up from NXT, says a lot and will help him in the future. I just don't know if they'll say, hey, here's the green light. We're going to let you defeat Brock Lesnar this quick after coming up from NXT. I'm not sure if they're going to do that. We all know how WWE operates, okay? Even with Triple H being in charge. We have to wait and see what happens. Have to wait and see if Obafemi is the one that accepts the challenge. Okay? Comes up and accepts it. And Brock Lesnar is going to be on Raw pretty much all the way through March and pretty much all the way through April. So who knows what's going to happen with his feud. And speaking of his feud and speaking of other feuds, Liv Morgan accepted decided to go with Stephanie Vaquer's title. So she's staying on Raw, which we all knew she was going to, based off of what's been going on the last few weeks, especially last week. And when Stephanie Vaquer's cut that scathing promo on her, which y'all can go to Netflix and watch. They showed exactly what it meant or I'm sure they put that on YouTube. But the way Liv Morgan waffled Stephanie right in the head with that microphone, and I'm telling you, you could hear that hit with that microphone right on the forehead. I mean, it came across really loud. You know she got hit hard with that microphone. I really hope Liv Morgan wins at WrestleMania. That's what I'm hoping for. It'll add another dynamic for the Judgment Day, and besides the fact that Raquel Rodriguez has been wanting the title, and it'll add some more for Dominic Mysterio and things of that nature. If they decide to keep the Intercontinental title on Dominic Mysterio's waist, I have to wait and see. Which I think that they will. I think that they will. I don't see it going to Penta. I just don't see that. Now, speaking of different feuds and things of that nature, we saw Cody Rhodes on Raw tonight. Didn't shock me a bit. Honoring AJ Styles. I hope, and this has nothing to do with Raw, I'm just putting this off to the side. I hope he does not walk out victorious at Elimination Chamber. He does not need to win the Elimination Chamber matchup. We do not need a one-on-one match between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. This is not my preview of Elimination Chamber, but I'm just pointing that out right now. We don't need that matchup, okay? We don't need a one-on-one between those two. All right, we've seen it time and time and time and time and time again. That will go nowhere. Okay, there's no interest in that anymore. A one-on-one between those two, none, no interest. No interest. Randy Orton, I would love to see him win the Elimination Chamber. Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing Jacob Fatu win the Elimination Chamber. Someone else. We can add Cody Rhodes to the mix because of how things have been working on SmackDown. But Cody Rhodes does not need to win on Saturday. Get Drew McIntyre involved somehow. Have him come up through the chamber like Shawn Michaels did in 2010 and cost Cody Rhodes. Something of that nature. Y'all already know what you're thinking, but I'm going to get back to Raw. I got off on the wrong subject. I saw Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw opening the show. And I was just scratching my head and I was thinking, yeah, he's out here talking about AJ Styles and hyping up the Elimination Chamber. But at the same time, I'm thinking, I don't want to see you on Monday Night Raw. I don't want to see you on Monday Night Raw whatsoever. One thing I'm looking forward to, though, is one-on-one, Finn Balor, CM Punk. That will be a good contest. And tonight, Finn Balor is making claim that he doesn't want help. He told Judgment Day he doesn't want help. He told Dominic Mysterio that he needs to fight his title matchup, I think it's next week, on his own against Penta. And the Elimination Chamber, he wants to walk into Chicago and face CM Punk by himself. I'm looking forward to that, okay? Promises to be a really good contest. I'm looking forward to it. And I like the way they're going with that. And I like the way he pushed, he's been portraying himself on Raw. But that's really what we got tonight. We didn't get much more than that. All right. AJ Styles retired, going into the Hall of Fame. Okay. Announced by The Undertaker, just like Stephanie McMahon was announced. So, guys, I'm getting out of here. Y'all remember to subscribe, hit the bell. It is appreciated. Share, like this video. And of course, until I see you again, this is Webby. I'll catch you all on the other side. Talk to you later.